City leaders say the Palm Springs Navigation Center has been a game changer in reducing the city's unsheltered population by 63% and connecting people with resources to get them back on track. But in an I-Team investigation tonight, some of those who are receiving help at the Navigation Center have complaints.
For example, its meals are really bad, they say, and some of the rules overbearing and unnecessary. I-Team investigator Jeff Stahl has been answering your emails, asking questions, and getting answers from the Navigation Center's operators in his latest report, Food Fallout.
The Navigation Center is credited with a 155% jump in those who now have a roof over their heads. But some of those clients who contacted us have other complaints as well. They question its cleanliness, also its use of trash bins to store people's personal belongings, also why a clogged toilet has never been fixed. But let's start with the food.
I've had food poisoning four times out of 5 months, and I've had to go through 4 boxes of Imodium ED since I've been here.
The food is really, really bad, unfortunately, and it's the same thing all the time.
They're not alone in their complaints. Take a look at these photos showing plain trays of what they say are over-seasoned, high-sugar foods and undercooked meats.
What have you experienced?
Getting sick. A lot of things that the cleanliness of everything is bad.
Have you ever gotten sick?
Yes, I have been sick about 6 times.
Under the shade of a tree in front of City Hall on a hot summer day, I listened and they shared their photos of recent meals served and photos of all the food they've thrown out. They say because it's inedible. They say that they've been told the center has no food budget. I wanted answers from Ann Eyring, the Navigation Center project manager. It's operated by Martha's Village. As for the food quality,
I eat lunch here every day.
And Eyring says there is a food budget, but it's not unlimited.
There is a repeating of the menu, but it's like every 3 weeks.
Eyring says they do their best to accommodate dietary needs, vegetarian preferences, and religious beliefs. She insists they serve a variety of foods.
We work with our kitchen manager to make sure that we are nutritionally sound and making sure that each meal has vegetables. They're not even frozen vegetables, they're actually fresh vegetables that are steamed in the kitchen. Everything is prepared there from scratch.
Now, we examined the Navigation Center's budget for its Phase 3 shelter operations. It includes $200,000 for food purchases, another $40,000 for food snacks, and nearly $400,000 for cooks, helpers, a kitchen supervisor, and manager. Clients also say the rules are often overbearing. They say they have to sit down or risk getting kicked out of the Access Center, which is a day center off El Cielo in an old boxing gym near City Hall. There's no charging of cell phones in a wall outlet and no purses allowed, they say.
I take mine out to my car, but you have to lock your purse up, can't have it in there, which is really dumb.
But it's mostly just for safety. I mean, if they need their ID, their money, whatever, they can hold that on themselves.
Eyring says when it comes to phones, they don't want to overload the power circuits, but do offer numerous phone charging stations like these. As for the sitting,
so the sitting down is mostly just for safety and just because if everyone was up moving around everywhere, it would be chaos.
More complaints. Take a look at these photos of trash cans used to store people's personal belongings.
It's like psychologically telling them your stuff is trash.
Eyring says the cans are a model taken from another LA shelter. It works. She says they're more durable, easier to clean, and for the clients, offer more space than traditional bins.
It's been working. I understand completely that it may feel degrading, that we're not trying to say that your belongings are trash by any means, but it's just what works best.
And then there's a long clogged men's toilet. The signs have been up for months now. It needs to be fixed.
That is something that is ongoing. I want to be transparent.
Yeah.
We are trying to address it.
Eyring says a construction defect means this toilet is not properly aligned with its plumbing. They're working with the city to make repairs, but it won't be easy. Overall, she says the staff is doing the best they can within the city's budget, but they welcome feedback.
We have a system called Report to Staff. They can give us their feedback. They can escalate it to management if they're not getting an answer.
Clients say they simply want better food, some respect, and better accountability. In Palm Springs, for the I-Team, Jeff Stahl, News Channel 3.